welcome back to my channel. Ooh, binging is binging. Now I gotta start this video with my hair down. I can't.
Here we go.
Alright, now we're back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Smokey heavy metal inspired look. So let's get started. Alright, so I think this is how I'm gonna have to clip my hair from now on while I have bangs. I don't know if I want to do my eyebrows because it's like you guys can't even see my eyebrows when my bangs are down, so maybe I'll just like do the rest of my makeup and then see if I want to do my eyebrows after. So I'm first starting with this Almay concealer and brightener. It's a creamy pot in the shade, I think it's either 200 or 300 medium, and I'm going in with that concealer shade on the right side. I'm going to use that as a base for my eyeshadow instead of my normal concealer that I wanted to use, that I usually use. I wanted to use something different today. And this is very thick, very creamy, but it's just a little bit too thick. I did try it on the face before and I didn't like it under the eyes, so I'm just using it for the concealer for my eyeshadow primer, and I don't think I'm ever going to use it again. Going in with some Midnight Banana powder to set the base with, and I did go a little heavy-handed with it, but I just wanted to make sure that this creamy base was set. I'm going in with the Profusion Mixed Metal Smoky Eye Palette, and yes, I'm smelling it because it smells so good. And I'm going in with that shade called Honest, which is like a tan shade, and I'm applying that throughout the crease on both eyes. I'm going into the Revolution Vitality Palette, and I'm applying all three at the same time of those tannish shades. They don't have a name, and I'm applying that throughout the crease as well. I didn't know what shades I wanted to apply in the crease for this smoky eye, but I know I didn't really want to do like a matte purple like I would normally do for smoky eye. I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush just to make sure everything's all blended together. I'm going to go back into that Revolution, it's like I couldn't even get it out, that Revolution Vitality palette, and applying like this grayish shade. It doesn't look gray on that insert that I put in on a screen, but it is kind of gray. And then I'm just going to go back in and blend it all out again with that fluffy brush. So I'm going to go back into that Profusion palette and apply that shade Knockout, which is a true black shade. So with the black shades you have to be careful because they can get really messy real quick, and we're not trying to go that quick. So I'm going to focus this on the outer V, but I'm going to keep it as low as possible and then blend it into the crease, kind of just buffing it in circular motions. And then I'm going to go in with that fluffy brush just to blend it all together. I wanted to make sure I like how it looked before I moved on to the other eye. So I'm doing the same thing to this eye as well, so I'm just pretty much going to speed it up. So now I am finally going into the star of the show, that heavy metal shade from the Smokey palette by Profusion. Okay, so when I first applied the shade, it looked pretty, but like as I really started to blend it out over the eye, I don't know if it just wasn't popping. It kind of looked bland. I'm afraid to say, but it was really pretty in the palette, so I'm gonna do a little extra something to, you know, give it that oomph. But for now, this is how it's looking. So I'm going in with some dewy setting spray. Well, that was quick. The NYX spray, by the way. Just to give it that more metallic look, which did help it. It gave it a little bit more of a pop, and it also helped stick a little bit better to the eye because I did get a little bit of fallout. Like it started getting chunky for some reason. I did the other eye off camera, and I really wasn't too pleased with how it was looking. So I was like, let me just do the rest of my makeup and see how it just turns out, and here we are. So now I'm going back in with all three of those shades once again from the Revolution palette, and I'm applying them on my lower lash line. So when you don't know which shade you want to use out of a couple of shades, you know, just apply all of them at once and see how far that gets you. I'm doing the other eye off camera because you could barely see it anyway on the lower lash line, but I'm going in with the Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner and applying that on to my waterline and like kind of smudging it below it as well, but not too far because we don't want raccoon eyes. So I'm also gonna run it across the lash line on the lid as well, just to intensify the smoky eye even more. Okay with the rhymes. I'm going back into that black shade called Knockout once again and just tapping it on the waterline just to make sure that it sets the creamy liner that I applied and it doesn't smudge or run. And it'll also kind of deepen it and make it a little bit more blacker as well and stick out. So I'm trying to show you guys my lashes and then I sneeze and it's like my face after I sneeze. Before I apply my Ardell lashes, I'm actually going to turn this look into a more glossy look because it just wasn't hitting it for me. So what I did was I applied a gloss to the to the back of my hand, and then I applied the eyeshadow to the back of my hand as well next to it and just mixed it together. I didn't want to just go on top of it with the gloss and like risk removing the color, so I wanted to mix the colors together and then apply it over the lid. And I like how it came out a lot better. It was like glossy, it was different, it wasn't bland. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can tell that I'm much more happier with how this look turned out. It looks like oil or tar on the back of my hand. I'm going back in with those Ardell lashes and I'm actually applying them on camera. So I did like a smoky glossy eye before. It was different from this one, but I'm telling you guys, like, it's so hard to try to apply lashes on top of a glossy lid, but it actually worked this time around. And about like probably like maybe less than 10, no, maybe 20 minutes later, the lash just like was falling off, so it won't last, but you know, it looks good for a couple of minutes as long as I can get a few pictures in before the lash falls. So now I'm applying my favorite bougie and expensive mascara, Lancome Grandiose mascara. I love how long this mascara makes my lashes and it coats them really nice and evenly. It doesn't leave them feeling clumpy, but it is about $32. Dollars, not dollars, dollars, since we're a little bit more bougie now. So I didn't know what lips to apply, so wait, did I just say lips to apply like I have a whole new set of lips? Went ahead and stuck with the lip gloss I already had on my lips, just made it a little bit more glossy and plumpy and juicy. And this is the e.l.f. Plumping Lip Gloss in a shade, I forgot what shade it is, but it's a really pretty shade as you guys can see. And it is a plumping lip gloss, so it kind of tingles and burns, which I do not like at all, but I love the color and it just looks so pretty. So now I'm going in with the BH Cosmetics Wild and Alluring palette and taking that beautiful shimmery shade, which is kind of like the shade I have on my lid, which is looks like a gunmetal shade, just like a lighter shimmerier what version of the gunmetal shade. But I thought it was gonna look good in the inner corner, but I guess it was just too bronzy and metallic, so I went ahead and went on top of it with this more lighter shimmery shade just to make it pop, and that did help a lot. But I wish I didn't go ahead and add that bottom shade in the first place. I'm doing one of those cringy musicallys where the person starts out looking like a nerd and then they put their hand in the camera and then come back on screen thinking they look sexy, but here we are.